No more problems like you, Justice Stevens. First of all, thank you. In 1992, and I always tell this story about how a knock came at my door and I was told that the police was looking for me. And I didn't know why, so I asked the guy, why were they looking for me? And he said, I don't know. Make a long story short, I get up and I go downstairs, and the police is there. They're pulling up, so I stop. He gets out and he asks me my name, and I tell him. And he says, well, I have to take you to the station because some officers want to talk to you. I said, could you tell me why? He said, no, you just come to the station and they'll tell you. So by this time, my neighbor comes out and I'm telling him, hey, Mike, I have to go to the police station for something, but my mother's finna come home. Could you tell her and tell her that I should be right back? And that was 18 years ago. When I went to the police station, I was told that I was being charged with capital murder. Me? You know, I don't even live my life like this. And I'm being charged with capital murder? Are you sure? Me? Somebody said my name? Well, I ended up staying in jail for 2 years and 3 months, awaiting trial for a case I knew absolutely nothing about. I didn't know the victims. They didn't know me. I wasn't even in the same town that the crime happened in. I had alibi witnesses who were threatened by prosecution. You know, all the things that I had that pointed to my actual innocence. The prosecution made sure that it didn't come in. And you say, well, how was he able to make sure? Well, it's simple. I had an attorney who didn't have any experience. My case was the first case that he was going to trial on a capital case. And so when he would always tell me what was going on, what the prosecutor was saying and everything, and it wasn't nothing. So, but when we get ready to go to trial, they kept pushing my trial back, and I kept asking them, hey man, you know, when are we gonna go to trial? And he was like, well, they wanna set it off again, they wanna set it off again. And I told him finally, no, I've been in jail 2 years and 3 months, man. Take me to trial. I deserve a right to go to trial. You can't just keep putting it off. Yet the media is out there portraying me as some sort of murderer that I'm not. Take me to trial. Well, let me tell you about my trial. My attorney, as I say, he had never done the work before, but he believed in me. And see, I was naive. I thought that because you was innocent, you go into court, you come out, justice prevailing. Well, that wasn't the situation for me. And the reason why it wasn't the situation for me is because I had an inexperienced attorney. Now, my attorney believed in me. And when someone believes in you and you know you're innocent, you're ready to go to war with them. Because you feel like being innocent, you go in the court of law, you come out victorious. That's not the way it works. Because if you're going in there with an inexperienced attorney, no matter how much he believes in you, capital murder, capital cases are totally different from a DWI, okay? And my attorney was probably good at trying DWI cases, but not capital murder cases, okay? And that's no knock on him because, as I say, he believed in me. But through my whole process, I was getting inexperienced attorneys. And as a result of that, I spent 18 years of my life on death row, and I had 2 execution dates. The state was set to murder me. I don't call it an execution. Murder, because I was innocent. I had no reason to be there. But they was gonna murder me, simply because I never had, up to that point, effective legal counseling. I just had people that believed in me. But they were first-year law students just coming out. When I was convicted and I was down there on my direct appeal, I don't even know the lady's name. She never came to visit me, but she filed my direct appeal. And, you know, the state of Texas, they upheld the conviction. But after that, you're allowed to file a writ of certiorari to the Supreme Court. Well, we missed that whole step. And the reason why we missed that step, I had inexperienced attorneys, you know. They believed in me, but they didn't know how to do the work. So finally, after they affirmed my direct appeal, I'm going to state habeas. Okay? Well, the court appoints a state habeas attorney to represent me. He only been out of law school 3 years. Had never even represented a habeas, a personal filing habeas petition before. But he was gung-ho about doing it because he believed in me. But then again, he didn't know how to do the work. So, luckily for me, I had some friends abroad that I was telling them that I was kind of concerned because this guy is, not only is he not interacting with me, he don't know the case. But he's gonna file the most important appeal in the whole process. So my friend come over and he goes and talked to an attorney that was skillful. And he asked him, could he be a consultant on my case? Because this guy, he just didn't know what he was doing. And he believed in me. So the guy, the skillful guy, decided that, yeah, okay, I'll do it. And so I kept getting letters from him telling me, hey man, I contacted your attorney and I made suggestions to him, but he don't want to listen. You know, and I'm afraid he's messing up your appeal. You know, I don't know what else to tell you, man. You need to talk to him. Because every time I talk to him, he say, yeah, but then I go back and look, he hasn't even done it. You know? So finally the guy, we harassed the guy enough to where he said, you know what, I'm going to Bosnia. See y'all. You know, so he left and went to Bosnia. And at this time, the consultant took my case. And he was skillful, okay? So he slowed the train down for me because he knew that I was on a fast track to execution. So he slowed the train down for me by following the correct procedures and everything. And he slowed it down enough for people like Nicole Caceres and her students in the Innocent Project to get involved in my case. And because of all of that, that's the only reason I'm still breathing today. I'm saying to you that guys down there are not receiving effective assistance of counsel. And because they're not receiving it, they can execute it. And I tell you, they can execute it while being innocent. Now, a lot of people don't like to hear that. But see, I was down there. And I know that Texas and the death penalty is allowing innocent men to be executed. And I don't think anybody can argue with me because I was innocent and they tried to murder me twice. Which case did they not catch? I was there when they executed over 300 people. 300. This is just Texas alone. Which cases did they not catch? So I'm saying to you guys that, you know, I know you got your own practice, you're doing your own thing. But when you take a death penalty case and you win, there's no reward more satisfying. Money can't replace that feeling there because you saved somebody's life. Not a case, a human being. And that's what we all are in here. And I ask you guys, those that have taken that oath, please get involved. Because if you don't get involved, I hate to think how you're gonna feel when they say, when you get a call and say, they've arrested your child, or they've arrested your mother, or they've arrested your father. Because that's the phone call that my mother got. And she knew her son was innocent. But she couldn't touch me for 18 years. Because I never had good legal representation. And I'm telling you, guys are down there right now with no good legal representation. And they're gonna be executed. And guess what? Some of them are gonna be innocent. We are our brother's keepers. Whether we want to admit it or not, we are our brother's keepers. Our system works as we work. If we choose to ignore and avoid this problem, then more innocent people are going to be executed. You're going to see more Anthony Graves coming out here and telling you about what happened to him. please. You know, this is just not some show for me. This is not to come and get any kind of applause for me. This is my life work now. And the reason why? Because I've been exposed to the underbelly of the beast in our criminal justice system. It's called a death penalty. I'll tell you, we are executing innocent people, okay? The prosecutor that prosecuted me had everything in his possession to believe my innocence, but chose not to even look at it, never investigated. A guy called my name hours before I was arrested. I was arrested and charged with capital murder. Alibi witness threatened by the prosecution that if she came testify, then it was likely that they were gonna seek capital murder charges against her. Scared her up. She run out the courtroom crying. Then he goes to the jury and says, where is she at? Why she ain't testifying for him? This is the kind of egregious misconduct that is happening in our system because some of us has forgotten why we've taken the oath. It's supposed to be about dispensing justice, not about seeking convictions. And that's what's happening in our courtrooms. And it's sad. And I'm saying that each and every one of you have a responsibility to restore justice in our courtrooms. With that being said, thank you so much.